Breaking inputs coming in on the same story. We are now learning. In fact, Trinamool Congress is now training its guns back at the Bharatiya Janata Party because Kunal Ghosh of the TMC has said and in fact congratulated the West Bengal police, saying, "Well done West Bengal police in connection with the Bengaluru cafe blast arrest." Even NIA has acknowledged it in their statements. Any anti-forces should be strictly dealt with. But let me ask BJP for India and their minions, where is this arrest made from? Kanti, we all know which family and BJP's main leader runs illegal activities from Kontai. I urge the state agencies to investigate into this matter to find out that family's links in providing shelter to anti-forces. All right, let's quickly go back to Kamalika. Kamalika, shed light on these links that have been pointed out by Kunal Ghosh with regards to Kanti.
Can you please repeat your question?
Kunal Ghosh has right now trained his guns at the Bharatiya Janata Party, and let me quote him. He's in fact said that these arrests have been made from Kanti. We all know which family and BJP's main leader run illegal activities from Kantai. I urge the state agencies to investigate into this matter. Who is this leader from Bharatiya Janata Party that Kunal Ghosh is referring to?
Yeah, absolutely. Kunal Ghosh has, from the Trinamool Congress, has come up with a statement, with a tweet which states, patted the Bengal police, and also has pointed out that Bengal police is always very vigilant. The same thing is also written in West Bengal police tweet. At the same time, Kunal Ghosh has also hinted that since East Mednipur is an area which is said to be the Shubhendu Adhikari's area, he hails from that area. He has not named Shubhendu Adhikari, but obviously the way he has written the tweet, that's quite clear that on whom he is actually hinting. So clearly BJP saying this is the safe haven and West Bengal is the place for where all the terrorist activists takes place and is the safe haven. That's what the BJP point is vehemently. Amit Malviya comes up with a tweet stating that this is the place where all the terrorists, it's a safe haven for all the terrorists. On the other hand, countering to it, Kunal Ghosh, the first reaction from Trinamool Congress, comes up questioning that where is the place from which they are arrested. At the same time, we have the West Bengal police tweet, and what we are coming to know, at around 12:30, there's going to be a press conference by the SPs Midnapur, the team which was actually with the central agencies to arrest these culprits.
Absolutely. We will keep a very close watch on all those developments. Kamalika, continue to stay with us. Kamalika is in fact stationed outside the NIA court over there where those two arrested will be taken. In fact, let's quickly go across to Arunima, who's also been tracking this case for us. Arunima, shed light on how crucial is tracking the financing of this entire module. Remember, cryptocurrency has been also spoken about, and the entire module in fact is going on to indicate that there has been financing that took place via cryptocurrencies. What will now the NIA be probing into as far as terror financing of this module was concerned?
Kind of a blast in Italy has happened after a long time. When Indian Mujahideen was still active, we used to see similar blasts, be it in Delhi's Sarojini Nagar or in Hyderabad's Gokul Chaat corner. So after a long time, we saw in Rameshwaram Cafe such a blast happening, and once again the security grid was worried that where is this group suddenly emerging from. ISIS modules have been active for some time. We did see them carry out a blast in Bengaluru inside the auto. The IED just exploded inside the pressure cooker. In Coimbatore, the suicide bomber attempted but was not very successful in harming public. But in Rameshwaram Cafe, at least 9 people were injured. So in that sense, the security grid was worried, and therefore this breakthrough by the NIA, where even if it has taken a month, they have managed to arrest both the man who's suspected to be the man who placed the IED at the cafe and the man who conspired, the mastermind allegedly. Both have been arrested by NIA. It's a huge breakthrough. It will help them unravel who are the people still involved with ISIS Shimoga module, from where is the money coming from, who are the handlers if they're sitting abroad, how are they radicalizing people. So for some time, you can expect that ISIS Shimoga module, hopefully, fingers crossed, after this action, ISIS Shimoga module, for some time at least, will be rendered defunct. But then the security grid keeps pointing out that their modus operandi seems to be maybe after every big setback, lie low and then try and regroup again. So the agencies will be on their toes, but this definitely is a huge achievement for the agencies.
Right, let's quickly go across to Akshara also, who's been tracking the latest on this news story. Akshara, as far as the entire probe is concerned, can tracking the crypto trail help the NIA to sort of get an insight into the terror financing aspect of this? Because remember, most of them who are part of this module are youth who are engineering graduates, who are very tech savvy and have had access to crypto wallets.
Well, yes, absolutely. That's one of the major breakthrough which this particular NIA investigation agency got. The crypto, this individual, the terror accused, the Mateen Taha, who is said to be the mastermind of this particular Amisher of Cafe Blast, who also is said to be involved in the Shimoga ISIS module, did opt to the financial transaction of a crypto. So that was his major mode of transaction. He just wanted to ensure that he uses crypto, but it does not end up getting detained or arrested. It does not fall under the radar of the agency. So that was one of his key plan, and he opted to crypto transactions. So that was one of the major breakthrough by the NIA regarding this. And also, once they got to know that he used to make crypto transactions, the NIA and other officials conducted raids and searches and also did investigation of various individuals in Shimoga as well. And two individuals who sent him logistics, be it Munir Mas and also the other individual who was identified as Sharif as well. They were also taken into custody. So yes, a thorough investigation is going on, including all these aspects. Now remember, one of the major breakthrough the NIA got was the cap which he was wearing. They traced all the CCTV footage and that led them to Chennai, and that gave another major breakthrough that these individuals in the month of January and February stayed in Chennai. So like this, many breakthroughs like this help them nab these two individuals. So yes, this the aspects of using cryptocurrency is also one of the major aspects which could lead to further revelation of all their plans or any other breakthroughs that could emerge, ensuring arresting the other accused, and also possibilities to uncover all the other network which is said to be behind all these individuals.
All right. In fact, Akshara, I'm going to request you to continue staying with us. We are getting in some more inputs at the moment. In fact, we are learning that